we'll discuss the various aspects of interpersonal relationships. An interpersonal relationship is defined by Encarta Dictionary as the connection between two or more people or groups and their involvement with one another, especially as regards to the way they behave toward and feel about one another. Even a hermit will experience an interpersonal relationship at some point in their lives. So let's learn more about communication and relationships. I have 19 years of interpersonal relationships. Laura Guerrero, in her book Close Encounters, states communication is essential for accomplishing personal and relationship goals, as well as fulfilling the basic needs of affection, inclusion, and control. Therefore, to gain a better understanding of the 10 different stages of interpersonal relationships, I will describe each stage individually. First, let's review the first 5 stages which deal with relationship development. The first relationship development stage is the initiating stage, where you first have contact with a stranger and you have your first impression about them, such as checking out their clothing and their attractiveness. Next is the experimenting stage, in which you share personal histories as where they are from or where they go to school, and also your commonalities between each other, such as common interests like music or what car they drive or anything about each other. Next is the intensifying stage, in which the relationship grows a little bit and you have pet names for each other and share your clothing, or you increase your openness and share thoughts and hopes about your relationship. Next is the integrating stage, in which you are constantly together and share the same group of friends and always hanging out, and other people see you as a couple. The last development stage is the bonding stage, in which you have a big commitment with each other, such as engagement or marriage or opening a business together, and you see your common future. The National Communication Association website includes important information that will assist you in developing stronger relationships. They contend communication is the common denominator that brings people together through various means to bring about social change and help people understand each other. Unfortunately, sometimes relationships end. The last 5 stages I will describe occur during relationship deterioration. The first deteriorating stage is the differentiating stage, in which you focus on your differences of your relationship and you have increased conflict and fighting. Also, you have increased time apart and not spending all your time together. Next is the circumscribing stage, in which communication decreases even more and less quality in your communication. But you still keep up your appearance in public, just less in private. Next is the stagnating stage, in which there's a lack of growth of your relationship, even more or less talking about relationship issues. Next is the avoiding stage, in which there's less physical separation and more hostility towards each other and negative communication where you just can't say anything nice about each other. Lastly, the deteriorating stage is the termination stage. You begin ending your relationship and you're no longer seen together or no longer share anything together. Now that you have a better understanding of the 10 stages of interpersonal relationships, let's review the 10 stages involved. First stage is the initiating stage, where you greet and meet each other and learn a little bit. The next stage is the experimenting stage, where you learn even more about your histories and share times together. And the intensifying stage is where you get to know each other even more and share times together, such as dancing or anything, spending time together. Next is the integrating stage, where it's like a mirror, you start acting like each other and stuff like that. Next is the bonding stage, in which you have a big commitment, such as marriage or something. The deteriorating stages, the first is the differentiating stage, where you start doing separate activities without each other. Next is the circumscribing stage, where you have a circle around you and do different things. Next is the stagnating stage, where you start having emotional and getting sad. Next is the avoiding stage, where less hanging out, barely any in public, none in private, and you get mad at each other. Last is the terminating stage, where you just end everything and stop hanging out together. Relationships play an important role in a person's growth. The need to be loved and to share your thoughts and opinions with others is an integral part of our daily lives. Relationships range from mere acquaintances to very complex. By understanding the 10 stages of interpersonal relationships, you can begin to establish strategies for keeping your relationships together and recognizing the signs of deteriorating relationships. The following speeches will delve more deeply in interpersonal relationships between parents, siblings, and best friends.